Hi, hello, greetings students. How are you all? Welcome to class 3 Rainbow English. In class 3 semester 1, we have very wonderful lessons in English language subject. The first lesson today we are going to know is the landlord's wedding. So, in the title, the landlord's wedding, you have all words are familiar. Wedding, do you know? Have you attended your family member's wedding, your uncle, aunt wedding? Okay. And one more word, landlord. Landlord means what do you find? What is the meaning of landlord? Landlord, a person who have a building or a number of buildings, area of land, and he is paid by the other people for use of it. Those are called landlord. Once again, a person who owns a building or buildings or a large number of area or land he has, and he is paid by other people for the use of it, also called landlord. In this lesson, the landlord's wedding, we have so many characters. Not so many, only few characters are available. The first character, main character, is none other than landlord. And landlord character, and second character is Jargon, and Jargon's daughter Katrina, and Sven. These are the few four human being characters. One more character, mare. Mare means, what is the meaning of mare? Mare means an adult female horse. What is an adult female horse? Male horse, female horse. So female horse we called mare. This is also one of the important characters in this lesson. So for your understanding, I am showing through picture. So as I said, first character is landlord. Landlord means so many lands he has, estates they have. So many people are working in this. This is that people are called landlords. Okay. In his land, if he in the land, so many people are working. See in the picture, so many poor people are working under the landlords. Okay, so first character is landlord, and second character is jargon or jargon. So second character is jargon. Who is jargon means he is one of the workers in landlords farm, in the fields or in the farms or in the fields of landlords. Jargon also one of the workers. And the next character is Katrina. Katrina is the daughter of Katrina is the daughter of Jargon. Before character I have shown Jargon. Na? So Jargon daughter is Katrina. Okay, she is a beautiful girl. She is one more important character. Next character is Sven. Who is Sven? Sven also one of the workers in landlord's field. So in the landlord's field, so many men are working. In that, one character is Jorgan and one more character is Sven. Landlord Jorgan's daughter name is Katrina. Good. So what happened? These are all characters and everything we will see. And one more character I said, mare, M-A-R-E, mare. Mare means an adult female horse. So these are the important characters. And before going to this lesson, I have to give the clarity about this one also. Difference between, you have to know difference between field and meadow. Field means, students, an area of open land, especially one planted with crops or pasture, typically bound by hedges or fences, is called field. Simply farming area. This much of lengthy meaning, if you don't remember, means farming area. See here how they are farming the land. Okay. Meadow means a piece of grassland. Generally, total maximum places are covered with grass. Generally, different animals they will can graze it. That is called meadow. Meadow means a vast area, a big area, a piece of grassland covered with grass, only grass. And coming to field means it is a cultivated area. Okay, it's an open land area cultivated with different crops. That is called what we call field. This is the difference between field and meadow. These words also you kindly remember. And in the middle only I will say when the words will come, and the remaining hard words we will learn in this. So once again, these are the five main characters. Who are five means one animal and four main characters. One is landlord, second one is jargon, third one is jargon's daughter Katrina, and one more workers of landlords is Sven. These four human being characters, and mare, M-A-R-E, mare, female horse is called mare. I have shown you already. Am I right? So a female horse is called mare. This is the fifth character. Now directly we'll go to the lesson straight away. So before going to the lesson, uh, what is we learned from in this means every human being lives in the lives on the earth. Every human being wants some money, wants some food to live himself or herself. But too much getting money. Yes, total money I want, total wealth I want. I don't want to give to anybody. Everything is I want and I want to keep in my house. That type of mindset is called greedy. What do we call? Greedy. So, students, as it being a third class students, you never be greedy. Okay. Okay, we will also live. For that, you have to work it, you have to earn it, and you have to take food, whatever you want, shelter you construct. But everybody food you want, everybody health you want to means that is called greedy thing. So we never uh, do like that. So in this lesson also, the person landlord character also greedy person. One type of greedy only, and one more character will also come. That man also. Finally, I will ask the question: who is greedy actually? Whether landlord is a greedy person, otherwise Katrina's father. Who is Katrina's father? I said yes. Jorgen is a greedy person. Who is more greedy? You find after understanding my lesson, then we will find out. Anyway, so the title is The Landlord's Wedding. The Landlord's Wedding. Here, apostrophe S. This is called, how do you pronounce? Apostrophe. Apostrophe means what is means? Apostrophe means it is belonging. Actual, the landlord's wedding we can call wedding of landlord. The wedding of landlord. So this one is we call apostrophe S. So what is the meaning of this apostrophe means? Take for example, anything you take it. John's apartment. John's apartment means apartment. That apartment belongs to John. So here it is also otherwise landlord's wedding, wedding of landlord. Whose wedding it is? Landlord's wedding. So it shows the belongingness. Anyway, in your further classes you will learn more about apostrophe uses and everything. Anyway, now you listen very clearly. Look at the book. There was, there once was a very wealthy and old landlord who owned a lot of fields. Many poor men worked on the landlord's fields. Among them was a man named Jorgan. He had a beautiful daughter called Katrina. As I said, important characters in the first paragraph only we'll get. There once was a very wealthy and old. Wealthy means what is lot of amount, lot of what we call gold, silver coins, diamonds, or lot of fields. Such a person also called a wealthy person who have a more money, more buildings, more gold or silver or diamonds, even fields. And more field means I said already, am I right? So more fields, that person is called wealthy person. So once there was a very wealthy and old. The landlord is a old person, not a young man. Old is the old opposite is young. Young means who have a little strength below 40 years, 35 to 40 years below old. And after 45 middle age will come, later on 60 years we call old people. So the landlord, the important character, the first important character of this lesson, the landlord is a very wealthy person. He has a lot of money, so many fields he has, and at the same time he is a old man, not a young person, who owned a lot of fields. See, as I said, wealthy means what he is. He has a so many fields. Fields means I said already. I have shown also. What is the meaning of field? Yes, an area of open land, especially for farming, is called field. So such type of things he has. Who has this landlord? He have a lot of fields. Many poor men worked on the landlord's fields. So this landlord have so many fields, na? In that fields, so many poor people who do not have a money. Okay, poor opposite is rich. Landlord is rich, but remaining people who are working in his field, they are poor. So the poor people, many poor men worked on the landlord's fields. Among them was a man named Jorgan. I have shown Jorgan also. Okay, have you remembered? So once again I am showing in this for understanding purpose. He is just for an understanding I am showing. He is a landlord. He has so many lands. Okay, fields he has. In his field, so many people are working. See here, so many people are working. In this particular people, and in those particular people, one person is among them. There was a named Jorgan. Jorgen is one person who is working in the landlord's fields. Among them was a man named Jorgen. He had a beautiful daughter called Katrina. I said one more character. Who is the character name is Katrina. So first one is landlord, second one is Jorgen, and third one is Katrina. So what is the relation between Katrina and Jorgen? Who is Katrina? Katrina is daughter of Jorgen. Who is Jorgen? Jorgen is a poor man who worked in landlord's field. Clear all of you? Now coming to second paragraph. One day the landlord saw her and thought, "This girl will make a good wife for me." He spoke to the girl and said, "Katrina, I wish to marry you." So one day the landlord her means who is? Katrina, good. Who is Katrina? Jurgen. So one day the landlord saw Katrina and thought, what he thought? This girl will make a good wife for me. So if I marry this girl, she is a good wife for suitable wife to me. That's why he spoke to the girl and said, "Katrina, I wish to marry you." Such a way, who said to whom? The landlord said. So the landlord said to whom? Katrina. He asked actually, You are a beautiful. I want to marry you. You are the best wife for me. Such a way. One day, the landlord asked. Actually, he saw one day, and the other day he asked to Katrina, I wish to marry you. Then see, Katrina looked at the old man and replied, I am sorry, but I can't marry you. So whenever landlord requested this Katrina, I wish I want to marry you means reply of what is the reply she gave Katrina? Katrina replied, I am sorry, but I can't marry you. I can't marry. Why she said he is the old man actually. Maybe he is a landlord, even he is a old man. That's why I am sorry, but I can't marry you. Such a way, Katrina said. However, the landlord was used to doing as pleased. Pleased means what is happy. Okay. However, the landlord was used to doing as he pleased. So the next morning he sent for her father, Jorgan. Okay. So what he means, what next day what he did means whenever she doesn't accept landlord's decision, then immediately next day, mm, uh, the next morning, the landlord sent for her father. Who is the father of Katrina? I said, Jorgen. So for him, he sent a person. So Jorgen came to landlord's place. Then what is the dialogues going on? See now. Jorgan, said the landlord, I will make a deal with you. If your daughter marries me, I will give you lots of money and a large piece of land. So this is the way they have a agreement, their deal. What is the deal? Deal means here in between they have a one deal. What is the deal means? If you give your daughter or if your daughter marries me, so you go to your home and ask your daughter to marry to me, then definitely I will give lots of money. Okay, so much of money I will give. At the same time, large piece of land also I will give. Such a way he what we call deal with the landlord deal with Jorgen. What luck, thought Jorgen immediately, because Jorgen is a poor boy, poor man. So whenever the landlord give this much of opportunity to lucky feel, then he's what a luck, thought Jorgan. So he agreed and went home to talk to Katrina. So whenever Jorgan landlord asked Jorgan, I will make a deal with you if your daughter marries me. So whenever he heard, if your daughter marries me, I will give you lots of money and a piece of land, then he feel very happy and he agreed, accepted, and went home to talk to Katrina. My dear, now this sentence said by Jorgen. What Jorgen said, my dear, if you marry the landlord, you will become very rich. Such a way, Jorgen asked. See in the picture also given. So what Jorgen said, my dear Katrina, if you marry the landlord, you will become very rich. Such a way, Jorgen informed to Katrina. Then see the Katrina reply, Father, I am sorry. Katrina said, but I won't marry that ugly old man. Why she doesn't like? He is a old man, at the same time ugly. What is the meaning of ugly? Opposite of beautiful. Okay, so he is not handsome. That's why she not accepted. She rejected, and he is that too. He is not a young also. He is very old. So the landlord is a old man and not handsome, not beautiful, means nothing but ugly. That's why I won't marry. I won't marry means who? Who said this sentence? Katrina said, I won't marry the landlord. And nothing could change her mind. So whatever, even if I want to become a rich person also, I don't want to marry that old ugly person. So Jorgen came up with a plan. So whenever Katrina rejected her father's suggestion, even though Jorgen come with a different new plan. The next day, he told the landlord, "Sir, start preparing for the wedding. When everything is ready, send for Katrina without telling her the real reason. As soon as she arrives, we will conduct the wedding." That is the plan by whose plan it is? Jorgan's plan. What is the plan it is? Sir, actually she doesn't accept. Katrina doesn't accept to marry the landlord. But even though Mr. Jorgan has a plan, what is the plan it is? Sir, start preparing for the wedding. Wedding preparations you start, sir. When everything is ready, send for a Katrina without telling her the real reason. As soon as she arrives, we will conduct the wedding. So we don't inform her. First, you be ready with the wedding plans and everything. On that day, when everything is ready, you send a person. Then I will send my daughter. Whenever she reach the wedding ceremony area, we'll make her marry. Such a way, you can marry my daughter. Such a plan, he said to landlord. The landlord liked the idea and began the wedding preparations. Even this landlord also, yes, it's a good idea. I want to follow like that, such a way. Even he began the wedding preparations. Finally, the day of the wedding came. So, 10 days before, 15 days before, he has started the preparations. Finally, the wedding day reached. And it was the time to send for the bride. It was time to send for a bride. Bride means, all of you know. Do you know what is the meaning of bride? Hmm? Bride, have you seen? Yeah. A woman on her wedding day or just before of the event is called bride. If you attend the marriage, then you will see, no, the woman is bride and man we called bridegroom. Okay, a woman on her wedding day we call. So if you attend a marriage on that wedding day, you will see two persons, na? One female. Female we called a woman we called bride. Male we called bride groom. So finally the day came. What is the day? Wedding day came, and it was turn to send for the bride. So who is the bride now in this? Katrina. Good. The landlord knew that the message had to be worded carefully so that Katrina did not find out about the plan. So, according to the plan, Jorgen and landlord plan what is? First, we don't inform to Katrina. Today is your marriage day. You come means she doesn't come. That's why the landlord knew that the message had to be worded carefully so that Katrina did not find out the plan. So he told Sven. I said one last character in human beings, last character. Okay, who is Sven? One of his farm hands. One of his farm hands. Sven is means farm hands means what is one of the workers in landlords. So he sent a person named Sven. So landlord said to Sven, Sven, you go to Jorgan house and bring her daughter like that. So he told Sven one of his farm hands. Farm hands means one of the what we call one of the workers of the landlord's fields. So he sent Sven. Ask Jorgan to send across what he is promised. Sorry, what he has promised to give me. Even landlord doesn't say clearly to Sven also. What said, you see? Ask Jorgan to send across what he promised to give me. Mr. Sven, go to Jorgan house. Already Jorgan gave me a promise to me. According to the promise, he will give one thing, that thing you bring it. Such a way he maintained the secret, because if landlord said you go to Jorgan house, bring Katrina, I want to marry, means she doesn't come, she may reject. That's why what he said, ask Jorgan to send across what he has promised to give me. Such a way, landlord sent to Jorgan house. Jorgan house. Then Sven rushed off. So whenever landlord ordered, so immediately Sven rushed off, immediately went to Jorgan's house. He found Jorgan in the fields and said, I am here to fetch. One more new word to you. Fetch means bring. What is the meaning of fetch? Bring. So Sven reached the where Jorgan available. At that time, Jorgan also in the field actually. Field means I said where farming land is there. Okay. Sven found Jorgan in the field and said, I am here to fetch. What is the meaning of fetch means? Bring. I am here to fetch what you promised my master. You already gave a promise to my master. Master means who is? Landlord. So you gave a promise. So sir sent to me to bring it. Jorgan responded, yes, she is in the meadow. You can take her right away. So, whenever Sven asked what he asked, I am here to bring. Fetch means bring. I am here to bring what you promised my master. Then Jorgan understand what is the promise. What is the promise? Yes, she is in the meadow. Who is she? Who is she? Yes, Katrina. Yes, the Katrina is in the meadow. You can take her right away. Now itself only you take to her. Sven ran to the meadow where he found Katrina. So at that time, actual Jorgan is in the field. But where is Katrina? Katrina is in the meadow. I said already difference between meadow and field. Field means farming land. Meadow means a piece of grassland, a large area covered with grass. Generally, different animals they can graze it. Okay, that grass. So that is the difference. So initially, Jorgan is in the field, but this Katrina in the meadow. So that's why Sven ran to the meadow where he found Katrina. I have been asked to bring what your father promised my master. So Sven reached where Katrina available, and she said, I have been asked to bring. Katrina, your father gave a promise to my master. According to that, you have to give it. I want to take to that my master. But Katrina guessed her father's plan. But she is a clever girl. So she guessed it. She hypothesized it. She thought it father's plan is. She told Sven, it must be that it must be that mare of ours. You can take her. So she is a brilliant girl. So she guessed the father's plan, Jorgan's plan. She understood. That's why what she said. It must be the mare. It must be that mare of ours. You can take. I said what is one more human being? Sorry, animal character will come. One more important character. That is nothing but mare. Mare means female horse. So it must be that mare of ours. You can take her. So Sven doesn't know what promise has given to master. Sven doesn't know, but landlord knows. Jorgan knows. Even Katrina also knows of father's plan, but Sven doesn't know. That's why he took to the female horse, nothing but mare he took. So Sven took the mare back home and told the landlord, I have brought her. What said? I have brought her. So in this line, her means who is? According to Sven, her means female horse. But according to landlord, her means what do he feels? Katrina. Very good. So Sven took the mare back home and told the landlord, I have brought her. So I means who is? Sven only. But here her replies different. According to Sven, her means who is? Mare. But according to landlord, what is the imagination of her means? Katrina. Take her upstairs to the guest room, commanded the landlord. So immediately whenever Sven said I have brought her means, immediately the landlord commanded, ordered, take her upstairs to the guest room. Wherever the guest rooms are available, that room you take it. What? Asked Sven. Sven asked. What he asked means what? How can I take to this mare female horse to the guest's room? Such a way he asked the question, what? Then immediately the landlord said, do as I say. So don't question me, don't ask any other questions. Do as I say. Whatever I say, you have to follow. Because I am a landlord, you are just a servant of me. So do as I say, do what I said, you have to follow. So Sven pushed and pulled the manage to get the mare up to the room. He returned to the landlord and reported, done, master. What done? I have taken her to the guest room. Such a he said simply, done, master. So whenever master said, Sven pushed and pulled. According to landlord, what is her refers to? I said here, Katrina. But according to Sven, it is a mare. That's why mare means she doesn't come. So he pushed sometime and pulled sometime and finally managed and take her to the guest room. Then again he came, returned to the landlord's place and reported and said, sir, done. Means whatever according to you, whatever you said, I did that done. Then the landlord said, now ask the maids to dress her up as a bride. Then whenever he events are done, sir, means then now one more order given by landlord. What is the landlord order? Now ask the maids. Maids means in houses we have a servants, na? Uh, Generally they are, you will see servants, and they will do almost clean it, iron it, wash, everything. They will clean our. They are called maid. A female domestic servant is called what is maid. Okay. So the landlord said, now ask the maids to dress. So so many maids are available. Dress her up as a bride, not a general dress. Which dress? Bride. What is the meaning of bride? I said already. Bride means yes, a female, sorry, a woman on her wedding day. So on the wedding day, how ladies will decorate such a way? He said, decorate as a bride. But said Sven, Sven said, but means he got a doubt. How mare can be decorated as a bride? He doesn't understand. Do as I say again. Do as I say, said the landlord. Landlord again said, whatever I said, you follow. Don't ask question. Sven ran to the maids. The master wants you to dress up the mare in wedding clothes. I think he wants to play a joke on his guests. So Sven ran to the maids wherever the maids available. He reached there and he said what the master said. The master wants you to dress up the mare in a wedding clothes. How in a wedding clothes? How you keep it? In the same way you can decorate the mare. I think he wants play a joke on his guest. Guest means all of you. If you conduct any party or marriage means so many other people will come. No? They are all what we call guest. See in this picture also given. He is our landlord and these are all guests. The women laughed. Who is the women? Yes, the women means the maids. The maids laughed. Why they laughed? How they became a mare into wedding dress. That's why they got laugh and dressed the mare in the bridal gown. Bridal gown. This is bridal gown. And marriage time, different dresses will. This is just for an understanding purpose I am showing. This is one type of bridal gown for especially ladies, gents. This type of. Okay, so they can make up. They ready, all the maids ready, and they got laughed. And even though they ready the mare with a beautiful bridal gown, Sven ran to the landlord. She is ready, master. Who said this one? Sven said. So whenever the decoration completed, again Sven reached master where he is staying. That place he said, sir, she is ready, master. The landlord beamed with joy. Beamed means so whenever that person, what we call, he said beamed means shine brightly. Beamed means shine brightly. Whenever son said she is ready, master, then he got lot of happiness. The landlord feel very happy. So the landlord beamed with joy. Bring her in. So he ordered again. So whenever the decoration completed now bring here in. Bring her in. The door opened. The bedecked mare stepped into the hall, full of guests. So one more word, bedect. Okay, bedect means decorative. What is the meaning? Decorative. The door opened and the decorated mayor stepped into the hall full of guests. The hall contains so many guests. Now the decorated mayor entered, the landlord standing. The guest had hearty laugh and landlord never thought of marrying anyone again. So whenever the mayor comes within a decoration of a like a bride, okay, then whenever that decoration everything completed, and whenever opened the door it entered, all the guests get a laugh. Why they laugh? It is a female horse. He is a human being. It is a animal. How they both become a marry? That's why everybody laughed. Then the landlord understood. Okay, so he doesn't want to marrying anyone again. Then after that understood why he understood, how he understood means, so in place of Katrina, Sven bring a female horse. So whenever it comes, then he understood Katrina doesn't want to marry me. So even not only Katrina, I don't want to marry any of the girl in this old days. Such a way he understood. This is the lesson of the landlord's wedding. I hope you got my point. Students, here so many new words for you. So those words once I am repeating with a picture point of issue also, once I repeat. Landlord, one character, he has so many lands and fields also. So many people are under him, so many other people are working, poor people are working. In that poor people, one person named is Jorgan. Jorgan has a beautiful daughter called Katrina. Okay, actually one day uh, landlord saw Katrina and asked her, I will marry you. Then the reply is she doesn't accept, and otherwise she rejected landlords. Then after what happened, landlord asked to Jorgan. Okay, so again Jorgan, sorry, landlord asked Katrina marries and everything, and again landlord asked to Jorgan, what is, we have a deal with you. Okay, what is the deal? If you give your daughter, or if I marry your daughter, I will give more money or more fields. I will give, such a way they speak. Then after them both they planned it according to the plan. Landlord send Sven to Jorgan's house. On that time, Jorgan is in the fields. Later on, Sven went to the whenever Sven reached the Jorgan's house. He sent to Sven to the where Katrina available. Katrina sent a female horse, nothing but mare, and finally all the guests are laughed because they decorated bridal as a bridal with a bridal gown as a bride. So this is the whole story. In this, the different vocabulary is mare. First, mare means female horse, and landlord means a person who owns lot of so many buildings or area of land or is paid by other people is called landlord. And one more word is difference between meadow and field. Field means farming area, meadow means a piece of grasslands. And third one, farmhand. I said farmhand means a person who work is paid to work on a farm. Otherwise, farmhand means simply in this lesson, who is farmhand? Mr. Sven, one of the persons. So many poor people working under the fields of under the landlord now. So a person who is paid to work on a farm is called farmhand. A person who is paid to work on a farm. Next one, guess. Katrina guessed the plan, estimate, conclude. These are the meanings. Okay. The next one, maid. I said maid means female domestic servant. In our house, some servants will come. Na? Those are all. Next one, bride means I said what is a woman on wedding day, and a bridal gown. Bridal gown on wedding day they will come with a different dresses. That's why. And next, beam. Beam means shine brightly. and bedecked means decorative. Now tell me students, who is greedy? I said already in the initial, greedy means having or showing an intense selfish desire for wealth and power. That is called greedy. Now tell me, who is in our lesson greedy person? Landlord, otherwise Jargon. Good. Jargon is a greedy person. Even landlord also one type of greedy only. Beauty at to get a young wife, that is also one type of greedy. But more than that, Mr. Jargon is very very greedy. Whenever he said I will give more money and more lands, means immediately he is ready to give her his young daughter to a old and ugly man. So Jargon is a greedy man. So greedy is not good for our future. Now coming to questions, who was Katrina? Who was Katrina? Yes, Katrina is the daughter of Jorgan. Why did Jorgan want to marry the landlord? Why did Jorgan want to Katrina to marry the landlord? Because the landlord will give more money, a lot of wealth, and so many lands. Okay, this is question and answers. Remaining questions you will get that answers. Now coming to vocabulary point of, in vocabulary today we are going to learn antonyms. Antonyms means nothing but opposites. Words having opposite meaning are called antonyms. Once again, words having opposite meaning are called antonyms. Take for an example, accept. Opposite what? Refuse. Beautiful, ugly. Broad, narrow. Cheap, expensive or costly. Difficult, easy. Wild, domestic. Hard, soft. These are all our opposite words. What do we call one more name of opposite words are antonyms. Once again, accept, refuse, beautiful, ugly, broad, narrow, cheap, expensive or costly, difficult, easy, wild, domestic, hard, soft. Now some other words also given. Now you have to match it. Okay, so what is the opposite of above? Find out here. Above. Yes, very good. Opposite of above is below. Good. Next word, long. What is the opposite word of long or antonym of the word? Long, short. Next, punish. Third word, punish. If you do not do hard homework, what teachers will do? They will punish you. Am I right? If you do wrong thing in your house, your parents also will punish you. If you do good work, what you will get? Yes, what you will get? Reward. Punish, reward. Blunt. Opposite of blunt. Yes, sharp. Sharp, blunt. Next, dwarf. Dwarf means nothing but very very short is called dwarf. Yes, giant. Dwarf, giant. Next, peace, war. Deep, shallow. Pure, impure. These are the antonyms of the words. Okay, now today we will touch one more grammar point, students, that is subject and predicate. In English we have so many letters. A group of letters which make in a proper arrangements which has a meaning is called word. Take for an example the word English one. ENGLISH, different words. When you keep in a proper place and it has a meaning, a group of letters which has a meaning is called a word. At the same time, so many other group of words which has a complete sense is called sentence. So in every sentence we have a two main parts. Every sentence has a two main parts. One is called the subject, then the other is called predicate. Understand, students? Every sentence has two main parts. One is called what is subject and other is called predicate. Now you will get what is subject, what is predicate. That is only today topic. Subject means what? Means the part which names of the person or thing we are speaking about is called subject of the sentence. Once again, the part which names the person or a thing we are speaking about is called the subject of a sentence. The part which tells us something about the subject is called predicate. It's very easy. Okay, once you just try to listen properly, you can easily understand. The part which names the person or thing we are speaking about is called subject of a sentence. The part which tells something about the subject is called predicate. Being a third class students, you have to remember this, at least understand. Take for an example, the peacock dances rain. The peacock dances in the rain. Now apply. What is the part which names of the person or a thing? Sorry, peacock is not person, peacock is not a thing. Even it is in a one bird, na. So the part which names a person or a thing we are speaking about. We are speaking about. So in this sentence, the peacock dances in the rain. We are speaking about what? The peacock. What we are speaking about is called what is subject. So the rest of the sentence predicate. How it is? Which tells something about the subject. Okay, now you first find out the peacock. What it is? What is something about the subject? Then the peacock dances in the rain. So dances in the rain is predicate. Clear? Understand what I am talking? Some teachers will say dances is a verb, also in the rain object. These two part verb after also they will say predicate. That's not now in the other higher classes you will learn very clearly. So what is subject of a sentence? You keep in a person or a thing we are speaking about. We are speaking about is called subject, and which tells us something about subject is called predicate. Okay, now we have a example box available. Choose the predicate from the box to complete each. So we have good examples. With these examples you will understand what is subject and what is predicate. All subjects given, 7 sentences given, 7 sentence subjects, these are all. What is subject? You keep in your, we are speaking about, the part which names of a person we are speaking about. So these are all our subjects. Now according to the meaningful you can make it as meaningful predicates. The gardener, what the gardener will do? So many words are there. See, planted flowers, ate crickets, flew the aeroplane, barked all night long, slept in her crib, fluttered in the wind, cut the boy's hair. Cut the boy's hair. What the gardener will do? Gardener means you know who works in the garden. Yeah, very good. The gardener planted flowers. The gardener planted flowers. So the gardener is subject. Planted flowers is predicate. Next, the pilot. Pilot is what? Subject. Now find out the answers. The pilot, what he will do? Yes, the pilot flew the aeroplane. So the pilot is the subject, flew the aeroplane is predicate. Next, the little puppy. The little puppy. What is little puppy? It is a subject. Then find out. Yes, the little puppy barked all night long. So the little puppy is subject, barked all night long is predicate. Next, the barber. What the barber will do generally? Yes, cut the boy's hair. So the barber is the subject, cut the boy's hair is predicate. Barber is, the barber is subject. What is the predicate? Cut the boy's hair is the predicate. Next, James' baby sister. James' baby sister. It is a subject. What she do? James' baby sister slept in her crib. James' baby sister slept in her crib. So James' baby sister is a subject. Slept in her crib is a predicate. The flag, subject. So what is the predicate? The flag. The flag fluttered in the wind. The flag fluttered in the wind. So the flag is subject. Fluttered in the wind is predicate. Good. The last one. The lizard. The lizard ate crickets. So the lizard is a subject. Ate crickets is a predicate. This is the way we have to learn subject and predicate. Once again, every sentence has two main parts. One is called subject and other is called predicate. What is the subject definition? The part which names the person or a thing we are speaking about is called subject. The part which tells us something about the subject is called predicate. Understand, students? Now, one more topic today we're going to learn pronunciation. Read aloud the following words. Notice U and OU how are pronounced. So here we have almost 5 into 3, 15 words available. These 15 words, in the every word, either you will find, otherwise OU also you will find. See, in the word jug, U available. Young, OU available. Stuck, U available. Blush, U available. Truck, trunk, U available. Slug, U available. Rough, OU available. Account, OU available. Abound, OU available. Blouse, OU. Blackout, OU. Ground, OU. Again, obvious, OU. Ugly, U only. Blunt, U only. So how we have to pronounce at that time, how these words we are pronouncing, that one we have to study in this. Okay, the first word jug, J-U-G, jug. So jug, you pronounce as a ug. Okay, ug, jug. Next one young, here OU also how do you pronounce? Ang, young. So here jug also ug and young. And next one stuck. So these three are same pronunciation. Jug, young, stuck. In the same area we have a same pronunciation. Next blush. See here pronunciation only on U. Here only on OU. Clear, student, what I am talking? Here our concentration only the letters only. Here U, ug, jug, eng. Here OU also ang. And stuck, stuck. Next blush, only U letter concentration. Blush, blush. If you take it ish, blah. Okay, blah. So you pronounce as a same sound in the same, almost all same. Next trunk, here also trunk. Okay, trunk. Next slug. What is slug? In all these areas one type of pronunciation only. Now you will see even the word rough. How do you pronounce? Rough. OU, how do we pronounce? Uff. Okay, rough. So jug, young, stuck, slug, trunk, blush, rough, one pronunciation only. Now you see OU, how do we pronounce? OU, how it is pronouncing? Take OU. Account, how do you pronounce? Account, ow, account. Next here abound. Here account, here abound. Here don't see, here also OU is there, but here how do you pronounce? Ow, but you don't say yang, yaung. We will say young only. So in these two words OU, how do you pronounce? Ow. Now you see one more word. Ows, blouse, ows. So these three are now account, abound, blouse. Even next to the blackout. What is the word? Blackout. Account, bound, blouse, blackout. And even the next word ground. So now these are all green color. Account, bound, blouse, blackout, ground. even these are all are one particular sound. But don't feel every time ow sound only come here as ang, ang, and here ou in a different obvious, obvious, ear sound will here ow, and here ear sound will come, and again it comes USA. Yes. Ugly. Ugly. And here also blunt also blunt. So now you see different words. Here jug, young, stuck, blush, trunk, slug, rough, ugly, blunt. These are all are one pronunciation. Account, abound, blouse, blackout,